I recently picked up E.L.F's new Putty Bronzer just to test out the formula and review. And actually, that purchase is what inspired this entire video. I went ahead and pulled out all of my cream bronzers, and I kid you not, the exact dupe for this Putty Bronzer, shade, finish, everything is also in this bag. I'm going to start off with these two bronzers. These are what I call my bronzer toppers. So I use them multiple ways. So first is the Cheeks Out bronzer from Fenty Beauty. This is in the shade Teddy. And Teddy is it has that olive tone to it. It's actually a shade that I feel is quite unique. At first I was like, but then it grew on me. And then the Tower 28 bronzer in Best Coast. Best Coast is that red tone copper bronze shade. So when you think of like a red tone bronzer, I think of Tower 28. So how I use these is I put them on top of, if I'm using a regular matte cream bronzer, or if I even use a powder bronzer, because these can mix with powder formulas as well. But they also look beautiful on the eyelid. I don't experience any type of major creasing where it looks like, ooh, this is just all over the place, like a glossy lid. They just look so beautiful in the crease. Just give it, like, put on like some powder bronzer in a neutral shade and then put this just in your crease. Done. Out the door really fast. So that's Tower 28, and then that is the Fenty Beauty. So I like to use them as those toppers because it will give that sheen, that shimmer. It's not like a chunky glitter. So it almost, in a sense, will replace needing a regular highlighter, and it's just softly applied on the high points. It just looks beautiful. The rest of the bronzers are all matte. So next would be the Tarte. This is their Breezy Cream Bronzer in the shade Grace Bay. So Grace Bay is, I would say, the deepest shade that you can pick up if it's still sold on Sephora. If you wanted a deeper shade, there is a deeper shade than this. It is on Tarte's website. So that's good that they've got some deeper shade right there. That's what it looks like on if you have. I do like to use my palms because it would be that medium light skin tone. And then that's what it would look like on me. Now that's a heavier swatch. When I start to kind of blend it out softly, that is what it starts to look like. This formula is very easy to blend. I feel if you're a beginner or you don't like cream formula, the Tarte's formula will get you to be like, oh, this actually looks pretty good on me. You know, it's very easy to blend out. I really do like how it just spreads evenly. Use it with the sponge, use it with the brush. It really allows you to build up on the skin while still staying natural and giving off that just natural, a realistic glow on the skin. Those are the only cream bronzers I'm going to be having in my collection. And I have two that are in the pot style here, which I feel is what a lot of brands are starting to do, come out with this pot style. So Soul Body, which is one of the sister companies to ColourPop, this cream bronzer is in the shade Deep. It's a face and body bronzing balm. I do keep the lid still on it, and I think even if I didn't have it on, it would stay fresh. But this is what it looks like right now. I use it quite often. It's another formula that is just easy to blend. I mean, I wouldn't even have it if it wasn't easy to blend. There's the shade. Very easy to maneuver the product on your skin. This is, again, a lot heavier of a swatch. So I'm just going to blend it out a little bit more. It will move with the brush. It will move with a sponge. I'm like kind of barely touching my skin to kind of, you know, lessen it out. And you can build it up, again, another realistic, natural glow on the skin. Very similar effect that the Fenty and the Tower will do. Again, easy to kind of maneuver within the crease. I don't see any type of like crepping and like my eyelids kind of what is it, because I have like hooded eyes, it's not getting all up in the folds and so forth. And then Saie Beauty, this is again another pot style. This is the Sun Melt Natural Cream Bronzer. I chose Deep Bronze. This one has that stronger of a reddish tone to it. That's why I wanted it. And that is what it looks like. From the feedback, you know, from reviews and so forth that I've watched, and when people first look at this formula, it looks like it would be dry. It looks like it's not going to move, or it might be patchy. You really get it on the skin. I mean, I barely feel like I'm touching it on my hand here, and then it just like sucks to the skin. It's easy to blend out. It has I would say a slight sheen to it. It's buildable. It's just beautiful. It's just, you know, your decision is what shade to get. The last bronzer I have to talk about is the exact shade of the E.L.F. Putty Bronzer. So the E.L.F. Putty Bronzer I chose is in the shade Bronzed Belle. If you didn't know, they have it named. The sticker right here is right here on the side. Because I took it out of the box, I'm like, oh, there's no name. Just found it on the side. So that's what it looks like. And it blends easy on my skin. Something that is very easy to blend in. The formula moves. I was using a sponge. I was using a brush. And I noticed that this tone looks so familiar in the finish. Where did I see this? And then, of course, I pulled it out in my own collection. And it matches 100% to Milk Makeup's matte bronzer. This is in the big old stick. And this shade is in Blaze. So Milk, if you are watching, you need to add more shades to this, because this is actually, they only have two. So they have a lighter tone and then Blazed. So Milk needs to get with it and add in some more tones, and then you can be a force to be reckoned with. Because I want to say there's two more shades down from Bronzed Belle. There's Milk right there. I just, you know, went on my hand and then I'll blend it out. And just lightly, you know, again, easy to blend this formula. This color, the Milk bronzer, it's not intense. It's when I don't want a stronger type of a glow. I hope that makes sense. It is like a barely there bronze natural glow. I know it's there, of course, because I put it on, but it's not something where I feel like, oh, I just put it on and boom, there's pigment. It builds up to it only by the second layer. And then, I mean, I can see it on my skin and I am pleased. That is what I feel that this color, the E.L.F. one, is the exact same as the Milk. By the second time, it's already building up, and then we can go from there. Usually how I put on the Milk is, even if I have on a like base makeup, it doesn't disrupt it. I can just kind of go lightly like that. It does not disturb the makeup underneath. Let's see, what brush do I want to use with it? You know what, I'm going to use my Rare Beauty, because I usually use this one for blush, cream blush. I'll use it for cream bronzer this week. I just press it into my skin, and then as I'm moving it about, the excess product that's on the brush, as well as like on the perimeter of my skin here on my face, it starts to just go right where I want it to go. That's why I wish the camera would show you that, because it's like, huh, what the heck is she talking about? You can dip back into the brush, like that and press it into the skin. See, by the second time, it starts to really build up. I have a microfiber cloth here, which will actually take every bit of product off my brushes. That's a little tip there. Now, let me kind of see if I wanted just to use my fingers too and kind of go boop, like that. I like to use this with an actual tool. So whether it's a sponge, whether it's a brush. Now, this one, same thing. I have to kind of manipulate it up a little bit with the brush. And why I'm saying that is where I stuck it with my my finger, it kind of stayed there a little bit. Usually when I do it with the milk, it's already kind of going about its business. So the texture isn't the same. That is the first thing I noticed. But I'm talking about the tone, the overall finish of it, neck and neck with milks. So this is a good alternative if you want a lower cost option. I think this is $6, and milks, don't quote me, I think it's like 30. So that's it. Short, sweet video letting you see my bronzer collection, cream bronzer, and hopefully that E.L.F. Putty Bronzer dupe has helped you. Great. Thank you very much, everyone, for stopping by and watching. Share your cream bronzer selections, your favorites, and so forth down in the info box. And I hope to see you back again in my next video that I'm going to film right after I take this off and put on some base makeup. Thanks again for stopping by. Have a wonderful day, wonderful evening, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Please come back, subscribe if you're new, and take care. Bye.